All right, here we are. The matchups have been totally set, and we are ready to predict the Stanley Cup playoffs 2024. And it's looking like a really exciting year. Lots of amazing teams in here. And I don't know, any series can go any way. And that's the thing about the playoffs. You might see me make some really crazy picks, but crazier things have happened. So just be prepared for that because I don't know who I'm going to pick yet, but I am willing to go out and make some wild predictions because, again, we don't know what's going to happen. It's tough. Dallas, Vegas. Vegas, they've been playing pretty poorly in their last 30 games. I kind of looked at the last 30 games, but really, even that doesn't really tell you how things are going to go. Usually it's a team in the upper, I guess, top 10 ish in the last 30 games. Usually it's someone in there that'll win, but sometimes it's even outside of that. The President's Trophy winning Detroit Red Wings in 2008, they were way outside of that. Even though they won the President's Trophy, their last 30 games were not that impressive. They were very mediocre. But anyway, it doesn't really tell you. So I don't even know. Like, based on the last 30 games, like, Carolina's playing the best. New York Rangers are playing the best. Nashville as well is way up there. Dallas for sure is up there as well. But again, that doesn't really tell you who is going to win the Stanley Cup. I think it'll tell you about the first round, maybe. We'll see. Vegas has been playing very poorly in their last 30 games. I am going to go with Dallas, but again, Vegas, with all their cap stuff that they've been trying to pull off, all their very solid players that they have, yeah, they could definitely upset Dallas. I'm not sure if I picked the amount of games quite yet. Um, but yeah, it looks like I don't pick them quite yet. So I will do that in a bit. It'll probably come up in a second, or when I at least finish one conference, maybe. Winnipeg, Colorado. This is a very interesting matchup, and Winnipeg's been playing very well. Colorado, not so much over the last stretch. But it's hard to go against McKinnon. It's hard to go against Cale Makar. It's hard to go against that very solid team. But Winnipeg, again, they have a solid team of their own. They're pretty good defensively. Obviously, they have the best goalie of the year this year. Connor Hellebuck has been amazing. And honestly, I feel like I'm still leaning Winnipeg. I'll go Winnipeg, but it's really tough to go against Colorado. It really is. Vancouver, Nashville, another tough one. And as a Vancouver fan, I'm kind of scared. I mean, I is it weird that I kind of feel like I wanted to go against Vegas? Because Vegas, I don't know, we've been okay against Vegas. We've been pretty good against Vegas, and Vegas has not played well lately either. I'm glad we didn't match up against LA. I feel like LA has kind of had our number a little bit. Nashville, I don't know what to think about Nashville. But Nashville, again, they've been one of the best teams over the last 30 games. They've been really good. They've been, as someone commented, playing playoff hockey for like weeks now, like to try and get into the playoffs. And I mean, they've been a little bit safe in the last few games, but still, like, or they've been clinched since the last few games or whatever. But still, it's tough. Vancouver's been super good. I feel like I'm still leaning Vancouver on this one. But yeah, that's tough. That could go, of course, either way, as any of these series can. Even the Washington series, I'm still, you might see Washington do really well. Edmonton Kings, man, that's also tough. Edmonton playing amazing in the second half of the season. LA, I'm not really sure how they've been. They've been not like a world beater at all, though. They've been doing well against the Canucks, but they haven't been really a world beater. Goaltending is like, I don't know, is it even really? You got Talbot, you got Skinner, like, not the greatest goalies ever, but not too shabby, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you can rely on that. McDavid obviously has the scoring power. It's insane what him and Draisaitl do in the playoffs. Their playoff totals are like unbelievable. But man, how does that get them out of the first round? I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm gonna pick something crazy here. I'm gonna go LA, and I'm gonna go LA in. Well, let's see. Let's go LA in like 5. Let's just go absolutely nuts there. Vancouver, Nashville. Man, I'll go 7 for that one. Winnipeg, Colorado. I'll go 6 for that. And I think Dallas and Vegas. I'm gonna go the sweep. That'll be my sweep. I'm gonna say Dallas sweeps Vegas because I always have to pick one sweep, even if maybe no one will sweep. But usually there's a sweep in the first round. I'll make it. I'll make it that one because I don't know if there will be a sweep in the East. Maybe there will be, but I don't know. I feel like Washington's not going to go out that easily. I just have this feeling, and that's kind of what I go on right now. I just have a feeling about this. It's just a feeling, right? Okay. Next, let's go to the East over here. I don't want to spend too much time in the West. I like going to the opposite sides first and just doing round one first. Florida, Tampa. I love Florida. They're my second team behind Vancouver, second favorite team. But I am so scared of Tampa, and Tampa's been playing pretty well lately as well. I am very scared of Tampa. I know Florida has an unreal team. I feel like this is going to be a close series. Maybe not a game 7 series, but I think a close series. I'm probably going to end up going Tampa in 6. I'm just very scared of Tampa, and I feel like they can do a lot of damage. I know Hedman's not quite as world beating as he used to be, but he's still like really good. I think people underestimate Hedman still. Obviously Vasilevsky can come back and do some amazing stuff, and Kucherov has been their team, but it's not like the rest of their team is like gonna fall over in the playoffs, and it's just gonna be Kucherov in the playoffs. Like they know their stuff. There's a lot of experience there, and I'm just scared. Like I want Florida to win. I think if Florida beats Tampa, they can. I think Florida can go all the way, but do they? Right? And so again, this is just so random. So yeah, Boston, Toronto. Oh, it's tough to go against Boston in these kind of series. I'm really sorry, Toronto, but yeah, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I really think Boston though. Rangers, Capitals. You know what? I will still go. I'll still go the Rangers. I really want to take the Capitals though. I really do. I feel like there could be some crazy thing that happens here. The Rangers, like they went to the conference finals 2 years ago, but then they lost pretty badly last year, or played poorly, I guess, last year in the playoffs against New Jersey. And you wonder what they're going to be like this year. You know, they could be way up at the top, they could be way at the bottom. I don't know. But yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll stick with the Rangers. That might be a 7-game series. I don't know. I'm should I pick Caps? It's hard to go against. It's hard to. Well, it's not really hard to go against the Capitals, but it's hard for me. I'm like, what do I do? Like, I feel like I've just chosen like number one seeds, other than LA and Tampa so far. But maybe that'll happen. Maybe that's what it is. Carolina and the Islanders. Carolina's been so good lately. They should make it past the first round. But the Islanders again, Sorokin could like light stuff on fire. Like I don't know. I don't know what to think of the Islanders that much. Um, it's hard to go against Carolina. You know what? I'm gonna go crazy here. I'm gonna go Capitals. I'm gonna go Capitals. I changed my mind, and then I'm gonna go Carolina. That's nuts, but I'll go Caps at 7, and Lightning in 6. I think I'll go Boston over the Leafs in 5. Sorry, Leafs. I mean, I won't go to 7 for you. I won't make it that miserable. Just get it over quick. But yeah, again, Leafs. Prove me wrong because that'd be. I mean, Boston. I definitely prefer the Leafs over Boston, but it's just hard to see with that history and I don't know. I don't know if the Leafs can do it. I really don't. Carolina. I don't know. I would say this would probably be a 7-game series as well, honestly. Like, let's say Sorokin, makes it, drags things out, I guess, with his stellar goaltending, which I know he's been a little bit down this year, but, I mean, it's the playoffs, right? Who knows what can happen? And Sorokin, we know, can play very well. Okay, Dallas, Winnipeg. Honestly, I really like Winnipeg. I really like Dallas, too. That might be a Stanley Cup final in its own right there. Like those two teams are just monsters. I'm gonna go Winnipeg. I'm gonna say Hellebuyck does it. which is nuts. Vancouver, LA. Oh, LA matches up so bad against Vancouver. I'm gonna go LA. Sorry, Vancouver. I don't know. That's just crazy to me. LA in the conference finals. I could do it. I mean, crazier things have happened, but it's kind of crazy to think that Cam Talbot, as a leading goaltender, but Aiden Hill last year, right? We can say that, right? But Demko is just unreal. Demko is just crazy good, but I mean, he's only had like what was it, 4 games in the playoffs, where he was probably the best goalie ever, and just who had just played 4 games. But still, I mean, that's not a lot of experience. And LA's kind of had Vancouver's number, but honestly, it's a 7 game series. Like Vancouver has time to like adjust. Vancouver has like, I don't know, maybe not, but it's like they still have to win 4 games, but so does Vancouver. Man, I don't know. I'll say LA. I'll stick with my guts there. Tampa, Boston. I'm gonna go Tampa. I think Tampa, if they beat out in the first round, they could just storm. We know what Tampa's kind of capable of, even though they've lost a lot of their players. It's just like they've been good, they've been scary, and they're top 10 in the last 30. So yeah, it looks like they might be doing something here. Carolina, Washington. Wow, we all know what happens with Carolina in the playoffs usually. They move on, especially against Washington, I feel like. But I could be wrong about that. Is there any analysis that says what they're doing head to head? No. Well, oh well. We'll say Carolina. That's a safer choice anyway. Oh, man. And then Winnipeg, LA. I think Winnipeg can take LA. I'll put Winnipeg in the final. And honestly, I think I'm going to go Tampa here. Is that crazy of me? Should I do Carolina? Anderson can be really good. You know what? I'm going to go Carolina. Because overall, they've just been on a roll. But then again, they're like the best team in the last 30 games. That rarely happens where the best team in the last 30 games wins. Like, what did Chicago do it, and Pittsburgh did it a couple times? I only looked until 2008. So 2009 Penguins, they were the best in the last 30 games. I don't know. Let's say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go Tampa again. That's gonna be my cup final. Yeah. That's crazy though, isn't it? Winnipeg, Tampa. I could see a Canadian team going on a run though. Like we see that often. Will a Canadian team finally win? Who? I mean, it could happen, but I think I might go with Tampa. We might see another time where a Canadian team reaches the finals just to lose, and again to Tampa, right? So that's gonna be my choice. Winnipeg, Tampa, and Tampa is going to be your cup winners. That's crazy to me. But crazy things happen.